Okay, we are live. Hi, everyone. I'm Suzette, for those that don't know. I am a digital business owner. I also work as a lab technician slash phlebotomist, for those that don't know what that is. I draw blood for a living. I am the person that you just don't want to see. So, today I will be interviewing my mentor and coach, Samantha. She is also a digital business owner for several years now, and she will be talking to us about her business journey. So, Samantha, the floor is yours. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi guys, I'm Sam. I am a born Jamaican, now living in Canada. I've been an online business owner for 3 years and a couple of months. It's been a fantastic journey, a learning journey, of course. Um, However, now like I live in Toronto, I work part time as a PSW. I run my business full time, and yeah, and I love to travel, and I'm just trying to live life to the fullest. And yeah, that's just me. I love to travel and I absolutely love my business.
Okay, so I have about 8 or 9 questions I'm going to ask.
Awesome.
So, first question: what made you decide to start working online?
Honestly, it's like life, to be honest. Like sometimes you never feel like you need something until you need it. And I started working online because at the time when I started my business, I had two full-time jobs as a PSW, and it was really difficult. Like physically, it was really difficult. And on top of that too, my mom took sick. On top of that too, I was newly married, and I was like, no, I can't do this forever. Like I have to find something that will be able to sustain me, but still have some freedom. And being born in Jamaica and grew up in Jamaica, you don't really get to see a lot. And so I wanted to do a lot of traveling. And for that very reason, like I knew something had to give. And my mom condition, it was just really bad. She went into heart failure, and all these medications were like super expensive, right? So I had to literally find a way to make a substantial amount of earnings that will not require a lot of my time, just in case you will need my time, and basically get to live life on my own terms. And I was like, holy man, like, what am I going to do? And boom, the online was the best bet because I knew that I could, whatever business it is, that's what the word means, online. You get to take it wherever you go. And so that was when I stumbled across my current business that I have right now. And really and truly, it was just like my family and my mom that was a driving force as to why I had to start my business. I was forced to start it, and it turned out to be the best decision. Yeah.
Good. I think most people, the number one reason they start is their family,
Yeah.
and then everything else is second. Everything else is secondary.
Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Okay. What does a typical day of working online look like for you?
Oh, fantastic. I feel like when I just started my business, it was a little bit more different as to now. Now I'm seasoned. Now I kind of know what to expect. But a typical day for me, first thing, coffee. Like, coffee is a must have. Like, coffee, baby. And then after my coffee, the first thing I'll do is I always like get up in the morning, I do my prayer, then I have my coffee, and then of course I'm around my computer. And one of the first thing I try to do is check all my social medias. Like I'm constantly getting emails, social media, I have comments on my business page, and I'll just respond to them. And it depends on what I have planned for the day. Sometimes I will get around to looking at my campaigns. What campaigns basically means are how I am grabbing people to my business or pulling in people to my business. And I want to make sure that it's working properly. So I'll take a look at those and to see how they're doing. I respond to my email, I respond to my messages if I have any, and that's it. Yeah, my day's done. Then whatever else happened throughout my day as a coach, I have to do coaching calls. So if I have a coaching call booked, I'll do that call. Now, bear in mind, as a coach, like that is not something that you have to do right away. However, it is great to do as you get older in your business. But here's a good thing about being a coach. nobody dictates my time. I dictate my time to our prospect. So I select on my schedule from what time to what time I'm available, and that's the time. So I got to book your call with me. So really and truly, it's like I'm free to whatever I feel to do for the day, and my business literally don't take me 3 hours within a day. And it in my regular job, it's crazy. Like when I was working two full-time job, this level of freedom is a little bit different, and it's very tasteful. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very short work day.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any previous education needed to start this business?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that is what I love, because you really don't need to have a bachelor's. You don't need to be a tech guru. Bear you. If you're a tech guru, awesome. That's an addition. Nothing is wrong, but you're not required to have that. And on top of that too, like a lot of people from our community, because it's over 185,000 of us right now worldwide. Um and some people never even finished high school. That's how incredible this business is. And these people, I'm talking about people who are making six figures for the month, right? And they've never finished high school. And why I could say that is because I see it every single day. I've lived it. And on top of that, um, these are the folks that literally are just sitting down, looking at our training and just following the steps. Because our training is all video based, right? So you're not really required to have any, even to be tech savvy. If you are, it's awesome, it's great, okay? But you're not. What is really required though is wanting that change, and you're willing to do the work to get.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We've always been taught to get an education, which is good to get an education, go to school, make some money, but nobody gets rich off of their 9 to 5 job.
I could tell you that, like when I was living in Jamaica, like my mom always said, you have to go to college. I went to college. I did my associate degree. I went to university and I did my bachelor's. And I was working as a teacher. I taught for like about a year, and what I would make in a month as a teacher is not even 5% of what I make in my business for a day.
Mhm.
So it is it is it is great to have an education, because I am happy I have one. But now I look at it and I was like, man, I just paid off $4 million Jamaican in student loan debt. Was that really necessary? I don't think it was, like, but having an education is awesome. Um, but my suggestion is, if you're going to get a tertiary level education, make sure it's an education that actually will give you that freedom, because a lot of these degrees that we're doing, it's literally closing the door from freedom. And I feel like a lot of people are sitting down in an office for like 50 years, 40 years, and they really don't get to live and travel, so, or whatever makes them happy. So that is just my new spin now, and I could say that because of what I've been through and what I've felt. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so I know you've had to endure a lot as a
Yeah.
business owner, a lot of difficult things.
Yeah.
What is the most challenging thing for you so far, and how did you overcome it? Or are you still in the process of overcoming it?
Oh man, I'm still in the process of overcoming it. I have this thing about myself where I feel like it's never enough. Like, like when you set a goal for yourself and you're like, no, I need to do better. I'm literally trying to teach myself how to do that. And even up till today, me and my husband was talking, I was the same discussion. Like, I have to teach myself that if I've achieved five things today, it's five good things that I never achieved
Mhm.
yesterday. Right.
Right.
So, and I feel like as entrepreneurs too, like you have to pace yourself, and you have to realize that it's not going to be everything that is going to be done within a day. And I feel like that is where I fall short, because when I want to get things done, I want them to be done now. And if I want to learn something, I want to learn it all now. And it's very hard for me to accept that, because I am a very fast paced kind of person. And for want to be entrepreneurs out there, especially if you're watching this on replay, I would say that is one of the biggest things you should always, always, always tell yourself when you get started. You have to take it one day at a time. And a lot of failure with businesses is that people don't take it one day at a time. People want the money now, they want the success now. And you cannot compare yourself to somebody that have had their business for 5 years. You just can't, because it has taken them 5 years to learn that knowledge. So it's something that can cause failure if you don't realize that you're doing it and don't change the fact that you're doing it. And I have to keep myself circumspect because that is a fault that I have. And so honestly, like, I'm actively working on it, and I feel like throughout my whole lifespan, however that long that is going to be, I feel like I'm going to have to keep working at it because of my nature. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
biggest issue I'm having right now. Yeah.
I'm the same as you. I make a list and I want to get everything done today. But
Yeah.
then I think to myself, anything that I get done today is an accomplishment, even if I don't do all of it.
Yeah.
Anything I do is an accomplishment.
That's very true. Very, very true.
Okay. So, question number 5. If your business was going under or
Mhm.
failing, what would you do to revive it?
Honestly, I wouldn't say my business could not go under, but it will only go under if I allow it to, right? And I would
Right.
never allow it to. I feel like one of the key things with businesses is consistency.
Yeah.
There's a saying, it's not only in Jamaica, like there is this saying everywhere: the race is not for the swift, but is who can endure. And it is a fact, especially in business. If you look at like some of the most wealthiest companies in the world, let's say Microsoft, look at Apple. A lot of these companies, they were starting basements or garages,
Mm,
or
yeah.
look at KFC, look at the Colonel, look how many, I believe it was 20 something or 30 something banks or more than that had turned him down when he was trying to get his business loan. So I think it's about consistency once you get started, and that's what is going to avoid you from going under. So personally, for myself, I definitely would not go under, only because I do my best every single day to keep it very consistent. So I started my business in 2020, April of 2020, and on from that April until this very moment I'm talking to you, there's never been a day that I've tried not to be consistent. There have been days when I took a break, yes, of course, but I feel like a break a day or two is okay, but then you've got to get back to the drawing board. Um, and yeah, it's just to remain consistent once you get started.
Yes. I remember seeing a picture of, I think it's Jeff Bezos that started Amazon. And
Yeah,
it was when he first started, he was just sitting in this little office with a handwritten sign saying Amazon behind him. And that's how we started. And look at it now. Look how
exactly.
huge it is now. You have to
Yeah,
start somewhere.
exactly.
Okay. So only a small percentage of businesses or entrepreneurs succeed. Why do you think most entrepreneurs don't succeed?
Um, again, like it's back to consistency. I really don't know how else to put it. A lot of business don't succeed because they give up too quick, and
Yeah.
success only come with time. I've lived that, and even though I'm 3 years old in my business, don't get me wrong, my business still tests me, you know. um but on my testing days, am I going to just throw in the towel and say, man, forget it, this is the end of it? And I feel like that's why a lot of businesses, especially independent owned businesses, do not survive, because when the hard days come, you throw in the towel. And a lot of businesses that have never experienced success and just stop altogether, why a lot of them quit is because they expected the success to come quicker, but it didn't, right? So I feel like, again, it's consistency. Consistency is the name of the game right now. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And you need a lot of patience.
Yes. That is true. Patience
Yeah,
and consistency.
yes. Okay. In any and all businesses, there is a waiting period where you're waiting for your business to take off.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone that has been in this business for at least 1 year and they're still not getting the desired results?
I would say look at what you're doing. Like literally, you need to sit down, you need to take pen to paper and look at what you're doing, because to be honest with you, like my business did not blow up overnight. Like it took some work, and it also took me looking at myself and you know saying to myself, like, what can I do better? You know, am I standing in my own way? And a lot of time when you're not doing the greatest because you're standing in your own way, and a lot of people, like, they're afraid to show their face, and they're very judgmental
Mhm.
of their own selves, and it is the things that you find corny about yourself somebody might really
Like,
like. Yeah.
mhm.
So I feel like you really have to put pen to paper, because I did that. I put pen to paper in the first year of my business, and I was like, okay, what can I do better? Like, I really need to, look at this. And I sat down and I make a list, and I tried my very best never to make excuses. So what I did was I made a plan and I stuck to my plan. And I don't know, like, if it is because from the first year I've been doing that, but until today, I've always stuck to my plan. I've been very consistent, and it has healed me some good results. So yeah, that's what I would say. And it's not only for this business. I feel like it's for every business. And when it comes to this business now, you have to be very coachable. Like, that is like so key. And I never really understood that until, like, I became a coach myself. Like, you really have to be coachable. You have to be okay with being wrong, and it's not even really being wrong, but it's more like you have to be okay with taking constructive criticism. And if I say to you, Suzette, you need to make edits in this area and that area, like, okay, Sam, I'm gonna do that. And also look at other things you yourself can do, so it's really about learning from somebody else who have gone through the whole process and have learned from the errors. And that's what being coachable is about. And really just being in having that introspective kind of behavior, where you look in yourself and said, okay, I know I can do better here, let me actually do it. Yeah, and I feel like
Right.
it really does work at like a charm. Yeah.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. What type of people is this business suitable for?
Honestly, like, I believe somebody asked me this question the other day, and I said anybody who is thirsty. And it's true. Like, honestly, it's a weird thing to say, but it's true. If you're thirsty for success, it is for you. Because here's the thing: you don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to have a high IQ. You're not even required to finish high school. If
Right.
you really are thirsty enough for success, and you're willing to actually do the work and sit in front of a computer and actually go through the training, which is very user friendly, by the way, um, you can actually do this. So yeah, just have thirst, have drive, and come. Like, we're here for
Yeah.
you.
Yes, we are. Okay. In your opinion, what is the best thing or things about this business?
Oh, such a good question. Oh my God. Like, okay, where do I start? The freedom, the flexibility, the relationships, the friendships, the,
Yes.
the money. Oh, what else? Oh, or high ticket, awesome products that are so good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, the knowledge, baby, because what you learn here, it takes you through life. Um, what else? Yeah, I think that's it. But I think more than anything else, for me personally, the flexibility and the freedom, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also one of the for me, one of the best things is the fact that you get to invest in yourself. And I never even knew that that was a thing until I started this business.
It's good to like just to bounce off what you said, Susan. It's good to
Mhm.
have your own business. Like it is. I am so prideful, like in the way I say I am my own boss because it's true. You get to own your business. You literally get to have creating generational wealth, right?
Yes.
So it's like that level of independence like you never had before that you're going to experience, and basically at the same time helping other people to do the same. So it's really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It is. Okay. Those are all the questions that I have for you.
Oh my god, we're done. That was
So we're done. It went faster than I thought.
fun.
So how can people get in touch with you?
To be honest with you guys, I think you should get in touch with Suzette. Like Suzette who's a the person. She is the one to for you guys to talk to. Like if you're looking right now to start your business, get in touch with Suzette. That's my suggestion to you. She has the full details, and check out her page too because her website is there where you can register to watch the free information session. Oh, and we should talk about that for a sec, guys. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, we have a free information session. We've organized this just for you guys, and this information session is pretty cool, and I'll be on it Thursday. I'll be presenting. So guys, show up. If you want to hear how awesome our platform is, you definitely need to watch this. If you want to see real life people like myself, not only hear it from my mouth, but from other people here in Canada, all over the world, how this business has changed our lives, come and watch it. You can register on Suzette's link in her bio and come and see what we're about. Because I think if you actually watch this, you're going to be blown away. You're going to love what you see and want to get started immediately.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you can reach so you can reach me at info@suzettemarie.ca. My website is also www.suzettemarie.ca. Okay, let me see if we have any questions here in the chat. Okay, Petage is asking, what keeps you both grounded in your businesses?
Um, what personally, what keeps me grounded is like the moment, honestly, I got that feel of freedom, especially financial freedom. I was like, man, I can't give this up. I'm not giving this up for anybody. And i- to be able to do what I've always wanted to do, like to take care of my mom and to be able to travel the world, and it just
Sorry.
the moment I felt that, like it kept me grounded immediately because ultimately that is my why. It was the reason why I started my business. And then when I experienced what I started the business for initially, the moment I felt that, it was like, man, this is addicting. Like, I have to keep this going. So I feel like from day one, my why I started my business has kept me grounded until today. It has kept me grounded and it will keep on keeping me grounded. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. For me, it would be my children. I have two adult children, and with inflation and the cost of everything, like I was on Instacart a few hours ago and I couldn't believe the prices went up from the last time I was at Walmart. I couldn't believe it. They're crazy. And I just worry about how are they going to survive as they get older? Like what kind of money do they have to be making per
Yeah.
hour to even just barely get by? So yeah, I'm doing this mostly for my children so I can create generational wealth and leave them with a whole lot of money so they can live properly.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with
Yeah.
you, Susan. Maybe one day when I have a kid, I'll say that too. Mhm.
Oh, you will.
For sure.
Okay. So I don't see any more questions in here for us.
She
So
asked why
that
you choose this business opposed to others. Pet, I believe, AXA.
she asked what?
Why did you
Oh,
choose this business opposed to others?
opposed
I
to
could go for
others.
that. Um,
Okay.
so maybe you guys will not know this about me, but I'll spill the tea. I don't care anymore.
Mm,
I I started my own beauty line. Um, man, like lip gloss, lip balm. Man, I was trying out bare things. Like I was out there doing $5,000 Amazon course, and I was like, wow. There's so many business opportunities out there. How do you choose, right? Anyways, like I started this beauty line, and they were nice products, to be honest, and I really do enjoy the products because I have a few left. But this thing was taking money left, right, and center out of my pocket. Like I was constantly dishing out money. Like I had to design my lip gloss boxes. I was buying lip gloss containers, and I had to design them. I was trying my very best to perfect this formula for the sake of me. And like I was constantly buying things, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then, you know what? Like sometimes when you start a e-commerce business, like you're so happy about it, you're proud of yourself, and you're like, oh boy, what about marketing? Like, are we going to, how are we going to
mm,
sell this product? You know? And
mm,
I was like, holy, like I was dishing out like almost 10 grand per month trying to get everything perfect, and my containers were nice, and the boxes were nice, and I had to trademark, and I was doing all these things. Oh my gosh. And I was like, man, I'm getting nowhere. And then I was like, okay, I have to stop this nonsense. It's too much money. I don't have this kind of money. Then I went to Amazon, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do drop shipping. I bought this $5,000 course, and I was on Alibaba looking for the right product. And I was like, holy crap, I have to sponsor these products too, meaning I've got to run ads, right? So I'm buying like $10,000 worth in products in inventory, right? Then I have to take product picture, and then on top of that, I've got to sponsor these products on Amazon platform because I want them to be like, because if I'm selling this headphone, I want it to be at the front of the Amazon page. And I was like, okay, so I'm buying these products, and if they don't sell, they're shipping them to my front door. I'm like, no, this cannot work, guys. I started my business, and when I started this business, I already understood like this will not require me to be making constant investment every single month. All I've got to do is market myself like crap. Like I'm building a literal brand for myself, and I am making high end commissions, and I'm not selling anything. And on top of that, the system is working in its own right, and I won't have to go knock on my sister's door or my friend's door and say, hey, buy this product from me. I knew right away that this was a done deal for me. And on top of that, too, we're talking about residual income every single month, 5 figure residual income or retirement income, if you want to call it that. I'm like, say no more. I'm sold. And I started this business, and I actually saw true success from it. And I was like, yeah, this is my business for life. Like, I'm doing this. And this is
mm,
why I chose this business over everything else. And I'll continue to do that because it's high commission, and there is no monthly fees, hidden fees. There is no monthly investment required. It's my initial startup, and once I do that, I'm done. I'm like, and I all I got to do is market myself. That awesome. Guys, every business out there, drop shipping, e-commerce, you're buying inventory, and you're literally on top of that marketing the inventory. How about start a business where you do not have to buy inventory every single month of your life, and you're literally building a brand for yourself? It's a slam dunk for me. And I tell people all the time there is no business like this because we found the best companies in the world to partner with. And it's true. It's literally true because compared to what you're paying for Amazon FBA or Shopify, it's ridiculously cheaper. And what Shopify makes a lot of brands makes compared to us is nothing. Like we are way above because we don't have to be pumping back money into inventory. And that's what sets us
mm.
apart from other people out there right now. Yeah.
Right. Tony Robbins said that the best business to own is one that does not hold inventory.
Yeah.
And I have a similar story like you. I was going to start a lip care business. I was making lip balms and lip scrubs and lip oils and buying up all these um, the tubes and all
Yep.
the ingredients to make these things. And I would be starting from the very bottom with this business. And eventually I ran out of money and I
Yep.
still had a whole lot of things to buy. And I just put it on the back burner. And then I found this business and here I am. It's 90% done for me. Like you said, all I have to do is market myself. That's it. Everything else is done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, guys. Check it out. Watch the webinar. Go register with Suzette. That's my suggestion. And actually, truly look into this. You don't have anything to lose. The webinar is actually free, by the way. So it's like it's like cake being handed to you. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take one more question.
Okay.
Stefania has a question here. How did this business contribute to your character development? How do you feel you've changed as a person?
Oh, patience. I know the answer. I am a patient person. I Good question, Stefania. I was never a patient person before. I was a go, 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 go. I set my task, I do them, I accomplish them, and goodbye. And I feel like now, all of a sudden, I like to think of myself as a people person now because I am not working by myself anymore. And I am trying to keep myself circumspect because I mean Suzette is a we're teammates, right? So it's like there are multiple personalities that I am dealing with, and I have learned how to truly respect people and kind of just know when I need to step back. And you see, when you're in the business of people, you have to learn to respect people. And it is going to keep your business very, 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 very beneficial for you to be that kind of person. And I feel like the first year of my business taught me that, and I keep on learning that. And that was my number one thing. Number two is I have really learned how to be outgoing. That's the word.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was very introverted before in terms of not opening myself to social media, and I've really come to understand that I will forever be a face on social media because social media is where everything is at right now. So my business has caused me to really step out of my shell. And another piece of advice is that if you are a kind of person that is introverted, it's okay, because I
Yeah.
was introverted, not anymore. So I feel like in everything it's stages and it's steps, right? And you have to allow yourself to slowly grow. So I feel like with the 3-year life of my business thus far, it has really changed who I am, and it has made me a kind of person that is not shy to answer questions or to step out and to actually build a brand. And um and I love the person that I am right now because of my business. And I feel like in 10 years to come, like, should God spare my life, like, I feel like I will grow more because of my business for sure.
Yes. I am also introverted. I find a lot of business owners, a lot of successful business owners are introverts,
Very true.
which is ironic.
Yeah.
But in terms of character development, I have become bolder. Like we have to create content all the time. I didn't like being on camera. I notice, I make certain facial expressions when I'm on camera that I don't necessarily like, but I'm perfecting those things. But I have become bolder. That's how I've changed as a person, to answer
that,
the question. I'm definitely bolder.
that's very true, Suzette. I can attest. Yeah.
Okay, so that is all we have for today.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Samantha, for your time. I know you're very busy.
You're very welcome. I'll make time for you anytime. Just say the word.
Thank you. And thank you for everyone that tuned in. Pedagay, Stefania, Trisha, Atoya, Roxanne, and anyone else. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to say good night to everyone. Okay. Bye-bye, Sam.
Bye, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.